Hello everybody and welcome to the new year, 2018. My name is Brooke and you're at the Pink Frog. Welcome to Vintage Sweaters and Hats. Today I thought I'd bring a vintage haul that I have a collection of and am constantly supplying to of vintage hats and a vintage haul. The last video that I made for you guys, I showed you vintage sweaters that I had. I showcased some vintage style that I had. So today I thought I would bring you my vintage haul when it comes to thrifting for vintage hats and vintage sweaters, of which I'm wearing one. You can see the Goodwill tag is still on it. I just got this yesterday and I wanted to share it with you. So I thought we'd start off 2018 with a bang. So let's get to it. Grab a cup of tea, your favorite. I have mine, which is a green tea right now. Cozy up and let's get started. That's good. Okay, so this is the first sweater. I just bought this yesterday and it is a beaded sweater. It's bright red and I saw it at Goodwill. I just want to come in so you guys can see the detail of the beading. I mean, it's perfect. This is in mint condition. The price tag is still on it. You can see I paid $6.99 for it. There's beads around the back. Try and turn around so you guys can see. It's in mint condition. It's lined with like a satin lining. And it's just perfect. I love this. And it is a vintage. Okay, so this is not a vintage sweater because it's a modern sweater meant to look vintage. I don't know what company made this, but it's not truly vintage. So it's retro. So this is that. And it's beautiful, bright red. It'll go great for Valentine's Day. And it just inspired me. I saw it and it's just terrific. And the piping detail on there, it's got the little clips, eye hook clips that you put on there, so it's an invisible hook. And it's just beautiful. It really is, but it's not from the 1950s. On to the next one. This is the next sweater. This is a vintage sweater. This is beautiful beadwork, as you can see. It's just gorgeous. The beadwork on here is fantabulous. It really is beautiful. And the little pearl buttons that are on here are absolutely gorgeous. I'm just going to step back so you can see. Move my chair. When I was down in Florida visiting family, there's a antique shop that I frequent. And I got two sweaters. I purchased two sweaters for the price of one. And this is one of them. And it's just beautiful. And it's very soft. And it's in perfect condition. There's no issues with beads coming off or anything. I'll show you the next one. This sweater is very similar to the other one. There were two of them and I couldn't decide. Look at this. I'm so dyslexic. Sorry, folks. The beading on here is beautiful. It's just perfect. And I got both of them for $35. So when I couldn't make up my mind, and again, the sleeves are in great condition. There's no tearing, no rips, no moth holes. I couldn't resist either one. So the woman at the place that I stay at was like, you can have them both for $35. I was like, oh, thank you. So that was a really nice treat. So I got both of those sweaters for $35. On to the next. This is my third most recent purchase. This is an Angora sweater, and it is the most softest thing that I've ever touched. It's just beautiful. And there's beading on there. It's absolutely beautiful and perfect. And then I don't know whether or not these are Bakelite or not, but these are the buttons. And the unique thing about this sweater is that, I'll show it to you really quickly. I've never seen a sweater like this before. The pieces look like this. And I got this at Goodwill, my Goodwill by my house. And then what you do is you put this flap through this hole to keep it together. And even the button placements, are thread. So the hooks for the buttons are thread. Excuse me. And they just hook up really nicely on here. But the attention, this has been hand sewn. I almost, for a minute there, I was like, God, did somebody make this? Pardon my coughing. Because the inside of it is hand sewn. You can tell this is not, the fabric itself is done by machine, but the inside of it, if you can look, I'll show it to you. The inside of it has been hand sewn. You can tell that looks at least that I shouldn't say I know for a fact it's hand sewn, but it does look like hand sewing to me. The way that this is all, usually in a factory, this would have been all cut out and it would have been a smooth seam in here, and the inside of it would have been covered with a satin, such as these sweaters. These sweaters are all lined with satin. Whoopsie, this is upside down. But the inside of these are all lined with like a satin lining or a poly lining. But this one is just beautiful, and it's so soft. And it's big, puffy shoulders. I love. It's so pretty. It's just gorgeous. Okay, on to the next. I don't believe this is a vintage sweater, but it is made in the vintage fashion. The beads on it are really beautiful. The attention to detail is just like it is with the other sweaters. The sleeves are beaded. The inside is not lined. It's just a knit sweater. I want to say something. The actual tag inside has been taken out. And again, I got this at Goodwill. And I love to hunt. And I wear so many skirts in the summertime that this is just a great one. I love it. On to the next. This is definitely a vintage sweater. Now, I purchased this at Vintage Garage in Chicago. It's got cherries on it. And it's got cherries on the sleeves. The detail on the sleeves is so pretty. And there's satin binding on the trim. And it's just perfect. The cherries are so pretty. There's a little stain there, but that's okay. A lot of times you get rust stains on these because of the beads, but this one's in really good shape, I think. I'll take a little rust spot now and then. You can always cover up a rust spot with you can get beads of your own, or you can actually use a brooch or a pin or to clasp it to make it look a little bit more fancy if you'd like. That's how I deal with watermarks and rust marks. And I've paired this, as you can see, with a shirt that I made over the summer that I did in the haul, and it fits perfectly with it because the theme is cherry, and it looks really cute with that top. And I wear them together, and it looks really cool. This one is an oldie but a goodie. The beading on here is exquisite. The beading on all of them is exquisite, but this one is absolutely gorgeous. It's really beautiful. Now, I wanted to also add, price-wise, I won't pay more than $50 for a beaded sweater, and it has to be in really good condition. The sweaters that you've seen, all of them have been at least $35 and under. I have not paid more than $35 for any of these sweaters. Now, if you were to try to buy something like this today with beadwork on it, and Latin signed, I told you guys I'm totally dyslexic, satin lined, it would be more expensive, especially if it was made in America. Oh, That's what I want to show you guys. Look at this, look at the cuffs. Absolutely beautiful. The cuffs have got little diamonds in them. Ooh, so pretty. This one is another beaded one. This one is done in pastel. It's beautiful. I wear this a lot in the spring. I didn't pay more than $11 for this sweater. Again, there are some issues with like moth holes on here. That happens. The sleeves are a little bit discolored. That happens. But overall, with a lot of TLC and love, you know, and this has been kept for a long time. Somebody really loved these sweaters, and that's what I like, is they took really good care of their clothes. This one is lined with satin, but the inside of the sleeves are not. So the inside is lined with satin, and then the sleeves, there'll be a, as you can see, the lining stops inside the sleeves. But again, it's a vintage treasure. Okay, this is one that I have altered. This was one that I got at a thrift shop. I think I paid $35 for it. But you can see there's a lot of beading detail on that. Absolutely gorgeous. But what I did to manipulate it and change it is I added trim to the sleeves. This is a trim that I got, I believe, at Michael's, and it's velvet and satin cord, and the colors match really well. And then I added a sparkly trim to it. I'll step back so you can see, and I wear it with a little belt. I'm gonna bring my chair up so you can actually see. The reason why is because this is very long. This is a long one, and it needed something more for me. So all I did, whoopie-doo, this is hooked on the inside. So all I did was I added a little trim to it, and then I take a satin belt, and the belt is a satin one that I made, and I do it around the waist. But it just needed something to be a little more, I made it a little more shabby chic. And anything that I added this trim to it also. This wasn't on here. So I added that all the way around, manipulated it all the way around. Because it needed something, it just needed something. It was a long hanging sweater, and it is long, it goes past my hips. And I just wanted to add something a little more to it. And anything that I've added can be taken off. It doesn't ruin the piece if you took it off at all. And there are no moth holes in this. So that's a great one. This sweater is a treasure, and it's the first vintage piece I ever bought. And I purchased this in Florida at an antique store. Again, I think I paid $35 for it. And it's what started me, I guess, into the beaded 1950s sweaters. This one is just gorgeous. Now this has stains in it. Unfortunately, it's got some rust stains in it. And I've tried to, like when the rust stains are really bad, I bought the same kind of beads that matched to not manipulate it, but to cover up the rust stains. There's one right there. This one lost its bead, but there's another rust stain. But I didn't care. I still wear this. And I just got a skirt that matches it really well. So this is the skirt that goes with it. And I just got this while I was on vacation. This is not vintage. This skirt is not vintage. But it goes perfectly with this this sweater. It's just so cute. All right. Now, hats are something I just recently started collecting. So I'm going to show you the hats from the most recent and I only have 4 of them. So when I was in Florida last year, I go to a place that has all kinds of vintage 1950s, 1940s things. And this collector had these hats, and I'm just going to share them with you. This is one of the hats. Oh, I love this hat. It's got the veil on it. It's so pretty, and the bow trim across the top. I'm just going to bring that in. So cute. The little veil that's on here was ripped. when it was purchased. But you can still, I mean, I don't know if I can wear it. And I buy these, let's see. See, you can still wear it. Whoops, there. I don't know how women, I think they tuck them under their chin. This cannot be tucked under my chin, but you can see they would lift up there and throw it up over their head. But it still is relevant today. I can still wear this. And I just love it. It's beautiful. And then the inside, it's done with wire. You can see the insides. These are, for a little close up, so you can see those are, you put your hat pins or your bobby pins on that to keep it on your head. There's no sweat stains on this. A lot of times the hats have sweat stains on them. Unfortunately, it was rather hot or dirt. And this one's in beautiful condition. I just love it. And they have to be relevant. It has to be something that I can still wear. Otherwise, I won't. I mean, I guess I'd buy it if I saw something I absolutely loved and it wasn't something I could wear. But I like to be able to wear these hats if I can. So that's one. Then after that, I saw this one. And again, it was one of those situations, which do I choose? And this one has a bird on it, which I love. Look at that bird. I'm going to try and get in close. It's got the little beak. And again, this is a velvet. Just going to go around real quickly. It's just so beautiful and fancy. And then again, you would wear it and bring your veil you'd bring your veil down over your face and you'd wear it. More tea, Duchess? Why, yes, of course, please. But it is so cool. So one more. Take this off properly. And then the other one that I found at the exact, and I just want to show you, sometimes there are things on the side that just don't look as pleasing, and I don't know whether that was added in afterwards or before, but you can see on the side. I love this. It's so pretty. Okay, on to the next. So at that same store, I found this one. So beautiful. What I want to do is, and inside, it says Merci exclusive. Merci, merci. It says Merci exclusive inside. So I drop it on the floor. So pretty. And again, you can wear it. It's something that, I'd wear it back on my head. You can wear it anyway. On the side. I don't know if I'd wear it on the side or wait, am I doing this wrong? I'm doing it wrong, of course. That was the back. So the back, what's really cool, as I'll show you, is the little bow detail on the back. And that's done, this is all velvet. It's all velvet. The little pearls. So much love and care went into women's fashion and made them look just so beautiful. Oopsie. But again, still relevant. You can wear it today if you wanted to. I love them. So the very first hat that I bought, I also got down in Florida, and this is what started off my craze. The tag is still on there. Culloden Antiques. And this is the one that launched. This is all done in velvet. They're velvet flowers. Come up so you can see. The little berries that are on here have lost their color. This has got to be later on, I would think. I don't know. But those are little, these were covered with like a, as you can see, there's the original color. Or maybe you can't. Yeah. There you can see the original color that the berries should have been. And I've often thought about painting it. You can see. Love the back, the bow that's on the back, that's done in satin. the colors, the peacock colors. I love them. The velvet flowers. The velvet flowers remind me of the 60s because they did a lot of velveting in the 60s. A lot of velvet flowers in the early 60s anyway. And again, I'm going to put it on and wear it. Again, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I would wear this. I haven't worn it yet though, but I want to. So you can see, I don't know if you can see this or not. I'm hoping you can. But they're just beautiful, just gorgeous. And I love them because it's a piece of history, and I always wonder where somebody was going when they wore it, what they were thinking, you know, did they have a bow? You know, and this is not an inexpensive hat for some elegant woman to be wearing. And I wondered, you know, was she wearing a suit? Was she going on a boat? Was she going across town to go shopping? I don't think people thrifted back then. I don't think so at all. I think they went and got antiques. So that is my vintage sweater and hat episode for you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you guys had a beautiful new year. I know I did. I had a really nice time down in Florida, and I look forward to hearing from you all. I hope you like this video. Give it a thumbs up if you like it. And you want to see more vintage hauls or more thrifting, let me know. Leave it in the comments below because I'm interested in knowing what you guys think, what you guys would like to see in the future. I have an idea for another channel that I want to do that I'll be throwing at you soon, and I'm going to bring you some vantage. I'm going to be that was a cross between fashion and vintage. Vantage. I'm going to bring some more fashion to you guys in my next video for Valentine's Day, where I'm going to be bringing 2 fabrics that I just picked up. I hope you guys all have a beautiful day, and thank you so much for joining me today. And let's go in 2018, make it a great year, and go Patriots. I'm really excited about the Super Bowl this year. I know that probably the half of you are like, what is she talking about? Fashion? Football? I don't think so. But Tom Brady, if you ever see this, which I'm sure you won't, I love you, Tom Brady. Win, 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 win. I'm sorry about your thumb. Everybody else, have a great day. Bye.